Hello and welcome, my name is William, and today I wanted to share with you my impressions of the spotting scope ARES 1545 by 65 Gen 2. I needed a spotting scope for my PRS matches, but also I wanted something I could use for, let's say, bird watching, looking at the sky, astrophotography. And after reading a lot of reviews, I settled on this baby. You can get this thing new for around $800, and the thing that decided me to get the ARES Gen 2 was that you can purchase an optional ranging reticle and replace the variable magnification one. So it costs around $200. You have to spend $200 more, but it gives you a fixed magnification 22x reticle in mil with different size guides, which means that you are able to figure out by how much you need to correct a shot. And if you want to estimate the size or the distance of objects, you can also do that. So the scope itself weighs 46 ounces. So I'm quite happy with the size. And I find it really well built. There's no wobble anywhere. Everything stays into place. Only minor issue is that the front cap is a bit flimsy. So it's it's very thin. It's not perfect. It does the job, but it's just not. I don't feel it's really solidly attached. But that's minor. The glass is made in China, as opposed to, for example, the Kronos Gen 2, which is made in Japan. And we'll talk about this in the resolution test. And you can see there's a difference in quality. But in terms of ergonomics, I think it's pretty simple. This is your variable magnification ring. You can adjust the eyepiece, so you can set your eye further away of the ocular or not. And this is the focus ring. And here you have a small screw to adjust the RK base, so this is RK compatible. And you have at the end some kind of sunshade. The scope comes with a neoprene protection, which is a bit tricky to install and doesn't give you full access to the focus ring, but maybe I'm not installing this correctly. And when it comes to changing the reticle with the range one, it's very simple. Just push and rotate, and very similarly, you make sure the triangles align, you push and you rotate up to the red mark, and that's your setup. And same for the opposite. Boom. Just like when you change lenses on a camera. Click. So when it comes to the field of view, I'm quite happy with it. It's huge. It's anywhere between 81 and 171 feet at 1,000 yards, or in MOA between 91 and 196, almost 200 MOA. So the ranged reticle is fixed magnification, it's 22x, and it gives you a field of view of 36 mils or 124 MOA. And this reticle is only available in mils. The ranged reticle comes with its own user manual, so it gives you a lot of tables and conversions units and drawings to show you how to use it properly, because it's quite complex. The graduations are 0.2 mils, and you have small sections with 0.1 mils. And you also have size guides, which enables you to estimate the distance of an object at different given sizes through this reticle. When it comes to the optical quality of the scope, so I invite you to watch my video about how do I measure the resolution of optical instruments, which is my very first video in this channel. I made two sets of measurements with the help of a US Air Force 1951 chart. First with the naked eye, and second with my camera. And I calculate the divergence factor between what I actually see or my camera sees and the theoretical maximum resolution it should be capable of. With my eye at 15x, I get a 1.6 divergence. Then at 25 and 35, I get 1.9, and eventually at 45x, 1.7. These are not ideal results. I usually want optics to be less than 1.5. But when I take the measurements with the camera, it is much better. 15x is excellent. 25x still decent. We are at 1.3. But then beyond 30x, so 35x and 45x, I get 1.5 and 1.9, which is not ideal. But one interesting thing you would notice is that with my eye at 45x, I'm able to resolve more details than my camera is. My guess is that because after beyond 30x, the spotting scope loses a lot of contrast. I would say the maximum effective magnification is 35x. At 45x, you can see objects bigger, but you cannot resolve as much details. I didn't find the chromatic aberrations to be disturbing. On camera, or if you film through your phone, you can notice a bit more chromatic aberrations, especially with the ranged reticle for some reason, which is supposed to be much better. So one curious observation at the range is, so one day I was shooting 6.5 Creedmoor, and I wanted to see if we could spot the holes on my paper targets with the spotting scope. At 300 yards with my spotting scope, I was really struggling to see the impacts at 35x, but with my same brand, Athlon, but Cronus Gen 2 4.5 to 29, I was able to spot the holes at 20x. But one big difference, as I mentioned before, is that the Cronus has Japanese glass and the ARES, the spotting scope, has Chinese glass. And you can see that the Cronus has much more contrast, but I'll talk in detail in the actual Cronus review. So with this scope, I had absolutely no problems during PRS matches, or even shooting at Chobham Ridge, where we shoot up to 1,200 yards. And even with the 22x reticle, I was able to clearly see the impact points. And because it has all the graduations on the reticle, I was able to announce the correction for that. Yeah, in conclusion, it's not a perfect optic, but I think it is still very decent for the price point. So I'd be very curious to compare this spotting scope with some other models out there, and hopefully in the near future, because this channel is not monetized and I'm not sponsored, so it's all out of my own pocket. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope it was useful, and as always, be safe out there.